The London Stock Exchange is actually the third largest stock exchange in the world by equity capital raised this year. So if you think about the UK as a global financial centre, we are the sixth largest economy, but the third largest equity capital market. So in many regards, we punch above our weight already, and we've had an incredibly successful year. I think some of the reporting tends to conflate global trends regarding public markets versus private markets with a particular situation in the UK, when in fact they are global trends. The London Stock Exchange continues to be the largest stock exchange in Europe. We are 2 to 3 times larger by capital raised than any other European venue. We've seen some very successful IPOs this year. Our pipeline is building fast, including with a wide range of international companies as well as domestic companies. So the London Stock Exchange is the most global capital market in the world. 36% of all the issuers in London are international issuers, and they can access a very broad range of international investors as well as domestic ones. That's one of the reasons that we're seeing a growing number of international companies come and list in London. You mentioned CK Infrastructure from Hong Kong. When we changed our listing rules, we created an international segment, and just 2 weeks after that segment went live, CK Infrastructure came to London with a very successful float. We are seeing a growing pipeline. We have seen Canal Plus announce that they're going to come and list in London later this year, and the pipeline for international companies is growing significantly. This is one of London's strengths. It always has been, the capacity to provide access for international stories and a genuinely international investor base. It's part of our DNA. We're not changing that, and indeed the regulations that the UK has introduced have made that more straightforward. The London Stock Exchange is an enormous partner with this region, and so if we look at the equity capital raising, we have a number of dual listed companies and companies who choose to list in London. Our new international segment, as I have said, will make that dual listing even more straightforward in the future. But equally, we are an enormous centre for the listing of bonds from this region. 77% of all the bonds from this region are listed on the London Stock Exchange. And just this time last year, we were supporting the PIF in their enormously significant Sukuk transaction, not only supporting them with the listing, but supporting them with access to international investors through London, which is part of what we do. And we are thrilled to do so, and we're thrilled to be a multi-asset venue that is working in collaboration with the region.